Good afternoon, everybody. Zia, when you're all ready, you can ask the first question.
Started brightly. First 15-20 minutes had two chances to score. But once that first goal went in, it became quite decisive. And probably second half ran out of ideas. How did you see the game?
Good afternoon, you. I have to agree with what you said. Great environment. First, we have to thank the fans from the support, and they played it with us really, and they were on the top of it with us, and they support until the last minute of the game, even in difficult moments that we had second half, as you mentioned. The fans, they were behind the team, and they did their part on it definitely. As you mentioned as well, very good to start from ourselves. Very, very good, great. Not perfect because we didn't score in that 20 minutes, but we started really well. No one expected what's happened after, but the game is not just 20, the game is much more than that. There are 95 at least to play, 98, 99, whatever. And as you mentioned, two great chances from ourselves in that 20 minutes, apart from other very dangerous moments around their box, but at least two clear chances, one from Rodrigo, another one from Andrés Pereira. And the reality that we didn't score, and making a simple resume, of course, is not just that, and you can go there after. We are not strong in both ends this afternoon, definitely. When we were able more first half to create chances, we didn't score, and this is a game that we should, and we spoke yesterday even about the game, we should be ruthless, clinical when we had created the chances against a solid side, a team that with five, the way they start defending the game, or we obligate them to defending with 9 players around the box, very deep. Even so, we are able to create that 2-3 clear chances in the first 20 minutes, which have been clinical to score, and the game is going to be completely different. And as you mentioned, of course, is a top finishing from Eze, but is a moment that when I said that we are not strong enough in both ends because we should have defending much better. That first moment, clear, we knew we were prepared for that move from him. Even the second goal that we conceded, the third even more probably, but the second goal we conceded, we are not strong enough in the way we have to defend our box and make a massive impact in the game. The first goal, yes, but even after the first goal, we had a very good chance with Robinson straight away after, with a shot in the back, in the edge of the box, clear completely alone there. A good chance probably for us to equalize the game and to go again. We didn't, and the second goal, the way you could see the second goal, created a different scenario for us, much more difficult. Of course, we believe that the team fought until the end. Second half was more difficult for us to find the paths and the moments like we did find in the first 20 minutes, and we were not creating enough. Even in that moments that we should have, we created something from a set piece from Calvin Bassey as well, a chance in the second half to score the 2-1 and boost ourselves. We were able to not score, and the game was much more difficult second half than the first for us.
Ruben, sorry.
Well, congratulations. Did you think 3-0 sort of summed up the match fairly?
No, I think we all agree that it is not doesn't reflect at all the way both teams perform and the way we were dominant 20 minutes, the way they scored the first 2 goals and the last goal in the last 15 minutes as well. Clear, doesn't reflect what the performance from both teams. But as I mentioned in the beginning, it's not just about performance. We have to perform, and when you talk about performance, we have to be strong in both ends, because football at the end is about it. You have to be, if you create, you have to be strong. Moments that you don't create, you have to defend well your box. And this afternoon, even moments and games like this one, to break the teams down, you have to be able for individual moments to come. Some individual moments, like they had with the top class player with Eze, you have to be able to have this type of moments to break the teams down in some moments.
Ryan.
Marco, can I ask you about the Adam Wharton second yellow card incident? Obviously, he escaped a caution, but did you feel that was a turning point in the game, and did you feel that should have been a second yellow?
As you expected, with 0-0, a team with a chance to play with 10 man, we know more or less what is going to happen. It's not a surprise. Of course, you can find sometimes in football, different things, even with 10 man, you can be able to get a result, but 80-90% of the times you know what is going to happen, and we are going to win that game. But football is like that. If you ask me what is my opinion, of course, it should have been a second yellow card in that moment. Rodrigo is there, the ball is not there, and if you kick your opposition player, should be a second yellow card. Of course, for VAR, it's more difficult, and they cannot overturn, because in my opinion, of course, it's not a situation for a red card. But if you have 8 eyes at Craven Cottage, 8 eyes from the 4 officials inside the pitch, they should have seen. That is clear. Apart from the game and the way after the 1-0 we perform, and the way we are not able to finish our good chances that we create until that 25th minute of the game. Of course, with 0-0 should have a massive impact in the game. We've been unlucky really with these type of decisions, even when they are fair and we deserve something for us. Unfortunately and luckily, the referees, or the officials, they are not seeing. And unfortunately for this football club, you are getting used for this type of situations. I'm not going to say nothing more, but it's a frustration for us, for our fans, because was a moment that was clear, the second yellow card. But in my opinion, should be a frustration for the 4 officials, because they were not able to see it, and of course for the PGMOL as well, because it was a clear moment. But it's not an excuse, because even with 11 against 11, we should have done much better after the 1-0.
Dom first, and then you, okay? Dom?
Marco, you had shots throughout the match, but after the Muniz and Pereira early chances, not a huge number of them were particularly clear chances. I think you had 71% of possession today, so why do you think that you weren't able to turn that sort of dominance into clear chances, and were you a bit frustrated about that?
Yes, as I told you, I think the first 25 minutes we did create. Our start was very, very good. Dominant, aggressive on the ball, off the ball, with dynamic. I really believe that after the 1-0, the team kept more or less the same what we planned and the same paths to arrive, because we were arriving. That is clear. They were brave defending their box, I have to say as well. After the second goal, and when we expected a reaction second half, the team with them more back, with the 2 wingers a bit more down as well. The team was too anxious to create the chances. I think that is the moments when the team are with 9-10 players around the box, has to come some individual moments as well, and clear apart from William, that in some moments he found it, the best decision or whatever. All the other players around, we didn't find one individual moment that in some moments we needed, like they needed. If you see their first goal was from a player that himself alone, he decided that moment as well. And in moments when the teams are so down, we need something from individual moments as well to break them down. And this afternoon was clear not. We didn't see that from our team.
Sorry, just going back to the Wharton situation. Is this a problem with VAR? When players on a yellow card, the VAR can't help the referee in that situation by saying this should be a yellow card, because they can only advise for a red card.
Okay, but it's the protocol. Okay, it should be a long conversation really about it. Is the protocol? Is the protocol is there, but cannot be. All the excuses now come because the VAR cannot intervene. I think as I told you, have 4 officials on the pitch, and if they were able to don't see, for example, in the first goal, the foul on Rodrigo Muniz, because for them is not a foul, and I have to accept. They have to be able to see other things that's happen around on the pitch. And if you have there the official, the opposite linesman that has all the angles to see that moment as well, even the linesman on the bench side as well, I think you have enough man inside and eyes inside to see that type of situations. You cannot rely always in the VAR. About if they cannot intervene, because it's the protocol, and just they respect the protocol.
You have a question here. I want to take the last 2. One here, and then finish with Sam, okay? Yeah.
In the second half, you tried quite a lot of things. You inverted the triangle in midfield. Iwobi was playing through the middle, the 2 strikers, the 4-4-2, but it didn't work. How disappointed are you that?
Yes, it was a moment for me to try to give different solutions for the team, because I really believe that if you kept the same intensity and dynamic first half with that 11. Like we started the first 20 minutes, we were going to be able to create. Since I felt that our start of the second half was not at the best. Of course, we prepare something at half time to change with Adam and Emil straight away to create different scenarios on our right hand side with a player more strong in one individual moments like Adam Traore as well, and with Alex more in the pocket areas as well, because we know, of course, with Alex, with Emil, and to try to be more creative in the middle of the pitch and with the support of Adam on the right hand side. Even so, okay, the team was not enough, and I tried with Raul, of course, to be more with Raul, give the left side for Sessegnon to be, because he's a player that in the third attack his definition is normally very good as well. He's able to arrive in the box to from the wide areas to put good cross in and to decide with the quality as well. And was what we tried. We tried everything, even to put TC in a difficult moment already with the 3-0, but to give a little bit more peace on the ball for us. We're not able to break them now in that moment, but the moments that we were on the top of the game, that was the first 20 minutes. These type of games, you have to be ruthless, you have to be clinical, you have to punish them when you are on top of it. And when you were clear on the top of it, clear the best team on the pitch the first 25 minutes, we're not able to punish them when we created.
Final question, Sam.
Hi, Marco. You've shown a good ability to react to difficult situations throughout the season. I mean, how important is that going to be after today's result?
No, it's going to be crucial, definitely. Of course, we are all down. The fans, the players inside the dressing room, everybody that loves the football club, of course, and the players are the first ones that they feel it. I gave already some feedback for them, and not just about the game, about the future too. And of course, as you mentioned, we have 9 games ahead of us and big games ahead, and you have to react. And the best way to react, of course, if you have to cry, if you have to be sad this afternoon and tonight, from tomorrow you have to work as harder as you can, even more harder than before, to react like we should as a team. The season was being great before this game. We lost an important one. It's a big punch in our stomach, definitely, that we felt this defeat like that. But we have to react. We cannot hide ourselves. It's a moment for us to all together to step in like we did before, and to move forward and to look for the last 8 weeks of the season that are going to be really important for us.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.